1. Introduction. My name is Sarah. I was 26 years old. My life was very simple. I worked in a small bookstore. It was a quiet job and a quiet life. I often liked books more than people. I did not ask for much, but one day everything changed. It was a cold evening in the city. Rain fell hard outside. The bookstore was almost empty. I was putting books back on the shelves. Then the door opened. A tall man walked in. He had dark hair and kind eyes, but he looked a little sad. He held the hand of a small girl. She looked about 6 years old. She was very quiet and held his hand tightly. "Hello," I said, smiling. The man smiled back. "Hello, we are looking for a storybook for my daughter." His voice was deep and warm. The little girl hid behind his leg. "What's your name?" I asked her gently. "Emily," she whispered. I showed them to the children's books. "Do you like animals or magic?" I asked Emily. She just looked at her father. "She loves stories about brave girls," the man said. "Something with a happy ending, please." I found a book about a princess who saved a dragon. Emily's eyes became a little brighter. She pointed at the pictures. The man, Harry, watched her with much love. It was clear he loved her very much. When they were ready to leave, he paid for the book. "Thank you," he said. He looked at me, and his smile became softer. "You were very kind to Emily." My face felt warm. "It was my pleasure." They left. The bookstore felt empty again, but my heart felt different. It was a strange feeling, a good feeling. I thought about Harry's sad eyes and Emily's shy smile. The next day, Harry came back. "Emily loved the book," he said. "She asked if we could say thank you." He bought a coffee from our small cafe. We talked a little. He asked about my favorite books. I told him. He listened carefully. Then he came back again, and again, not every day, but often. He would buy a new book for Emily or just a coffee. Sometimes he sat and read while Emily looked at books. I started to look forward to seeing him. My heart would beat a little faster when the doorbell rang, hoping it was him. Our talks were always quiet and nice. I felt something new in my heart, something I had never felt before. It was a soft, warm feeling, like sunshine after a long rain. I liked talking to him. I liked his quiet way. I knew his name was Harry, and I knew he was special. His visits became the best part of my quiet days. I looked forward to every time he came through the door. 2. Our first dinner. One afternoon, Harry came to the bookstore. He had a small smile. He asked me, "Would you like to have dinner with me tonight?" My heart felt a little jump. Dinner with Harry? I felt very happy. "Yes, I would," I said. He told me he would pick me up at 7 o'clock. He gave me his address. It was in a very nice part of the city. I went home early to get ready for our dinner. I looked in my small closet. I chose my best blue dress. It was simple, but I thought it was pretty. I put on a little makeup. My hands were shaking a bit. I felt very nervous. What would we talk about? At 7 o'clock, a big, black car stopped in front of my small apartment building. It was a very expensive car. Harry got out. He looked very handsome in a dark suit. He smiled and opened the car door for me. "You look beautiful, Sarah," he said. My face turned red. He drove to a very fancy restaurant in the city center. The building was tall, with bright lights. Inside, there were many people. They all looked rich. They wore very expensive clothes. I felt very small in my simple blue dress. People looked at us. They looked at Harry, then at me. I felt like everyone was wondering who I was. Harry saw me looking around the restaurant. He held my hand under the table. His hand was warm and strong. "Are you okay?" he asked me. "Yes," I said, but I was thinking, who is this man? Then he told me. He owned many hotels. Not just one or two, but many big and famous hotels. He was very rich, a millionaire. My stomach felt strange. How could a man like him be interested in a girl like me? I sold books. He owned many buildings. It felt like two different worlds. "You are very quiet," Harry said. "Is something wrong?" "No," I said. "It's just this place is so big, and you are very rich." I felt a bit silly saying it. He smiled softly. "Money is just money, Sarah. It doesn't make a person better or worse." He held my hand gently. "You are not like others, Sarah. You listen. You are kind. You have a good heart. That is what matters." No one had ever said such nice things to me. His words made me feel warm and safe. He looked into my eyes, and I felt a deep connection to him. That night, I forgot about the big car and the fancy restaurant. I only saw Harry's kind eyes and felt his warm hand. We talked for many hours. I told him about my simple life. He told me a little about his work and more about Emily. When he drove me home, he walked me to my door. "I had a wonderful time, Sarah," he said. "Me too," I whispered. He just smiled and said, "Good night." I went inside my apartment. I still felt nervous, but now it was a good nervousness, a happy one. I could not stop smiling. That night I dreamt about him. I dreamt about his smile, his hand holding mine, and his kind words. I dreamt about his world, and for the first time I felt like maybe I could be a part of it. 3. A big house and a secret. After our dinner, Harry and I spent more time together. He often came to the bookstore. We went for walks in the park. He took me to a big park with Emily. Emily seemed to like me. She would hold my hand and show me her toys. I loved spending time with her. She was a sweet girl. One day, Harry invited me to his house. "Emily wants you to come for dinner," he said. I felt excited, but also a little nervous. His house, I thought, must be very big. And it was. It was a huge house, like a castle. It had many rooms. It was beautiful, with big windows and expensive furniture. But it also felt a little cold. It was too perfect. It felt like no one truly lived there, like it was a place only for visiting. There were no messy books, no happy drawings on the walls. The house felt full of old memories and hidden things. Emily was very happy to see me. She ran to me and gave me a big hug. "Sarah, you're here," she said. We played in the living room. She showed me her toys. Then she pulled me to a small table in a corner. There were many colorful drawings. One drawing showed a woman with long, red hair. She was holding Emily's hand. "That's Mommy," Emily said, pointing to the woman. She smiled, a little sad. My heart felt a strange jump. I looked at Harry. He was standing near the door, watching us. When Emily said "Mommy," his face changed quickly. It became very still, like stone. His eyes looked sad again, very deep and far away. He did not say anything. He just looked at the drawing for a moment, then quickly looked away. I wanted to ask him, "Who is she, Harry?" But I saw the deep pain in his eyes. It was an old, big pain, so I did not ask. I just smiled at Emily and said, "It's a beautiful drawing, Emily." Harry quickly changed the subject. "Dinner is ready," he said, his voice a little tight. During dinner, Harry seemed quiet. He tried to act normal, but I could feel a coldness around him. It was like he put up a wall. After dinner, while Emily was sleeping, Harry went to his study. I was in the living room reading a book. Then I heard him talking. He was on the phone. His voice was very low. I could not hear many words. But then I heard one thing very clearly. It was a woman's voice, a soft, clear voice speaking on the other end. "No, Vanessa," Harry said, his voice sounding hard. "You can't just—" And then he stopped. He closed the study door very quickly. My heart felt cold. Vanessa? Who was Vanessa? Was it Emily's mother? He had said he did not care about her. But why was he talking to her? And why did he hide the conversation from me? The big, beautiful house suddenly felt even colder. It felt full of secrets. I felt a knot in my stomach. Something was wrong, very wrong. And now I was inside this secret world. The ring and the paper. A few weeks later, Harry gave me a big surprise. It was a bright, sunny Sunday morning. We were in the park with Emily. We were throwing a ball, and Emily was laughing loudly. Harry looked at me. His eyes were very warm and full of happiness. He got down on one knee right there on the grass. My breath stopped. "Sarah," he said. He held a small blue box in his hand. Inside the box was a beautiful, shiny ring. "You are kind to Emily. You make her happy. You make me feel safe. My life was gray before, but now you make it bright. Will you marry me?" My heart felt like it stopped. Marry me? Harry, the millionaire? I looked at the ring, then at his face. His eyes were serious and full of hope. I thought about all the time we spent together. I thought about Emily, who was watching us, very curious. I loved Harry. I loved Emily. This felt like my chance to have a new family. "Yes," I said, almost yelling. "Yes, Harry, I will marry you." He smiled a big, happy smile. He put the ring on my finger. It fit perfectly. Emily cheered and hugged both of us. It was the happiest moment of my life. I felt like I was floating in the air. But the very next day, things changed. Harry's lawyer, Mr. Grayson, came to the house. He was an old man and looked very serious. He carried a black bag. He sat at the big dining table. Harry sat next to me. Mr. Grayson took out some papers from his bag. "Sarah," Mr. Grayson said, "this is a marriage contract." "A contract for our marriage?" I looked at Harry. I was confused. "Mr. Grayson explained the paper. It says that if you and Harry ever get a divorce, you will not get any of Harry's money. You will not get any of his hotels or the things he owns." My face felt cold. Not get any money? Why would he ask me to sign this? Did he think I wanted to marry him for his money? He had said I had a good heart. I felt a sharp pain in my chest. It felt like he did not trust me. Harry saw my face. He put his hand on my arm. "Sarah, please, this is for protection. My family has had problems before. They do not trust easily. This is just a paper. It means nothing for our love." "But Harry," I started to say. "It is very important for my family," he said, his voice quiet, "and for Emily's future." I looked at the paper. It felt heavy. It felt like a wall between us, but I loved Harry. I truly loved him. I wanted him. I wanted Emily. I did not want his money. I only wanted his love. If this paper would make his family happy, if it would make him feel safe, then I would sign it. "Okay," I said, my voice soft. "I will sign it." Mr. Grayson put the paper in front of me. I took the pen. My hand was shaking a little. I signed my name, Sarah. I looked at Harry. He smiled, a thankful smile. He kissed my hand. "Thank you, Sarah," he said. I told myself again and again that I wanted love, not money. But a small doubt stayed in my mind. Why was this contract so important? And what were these problems his family had before? It felt like another secret hidden behind a simple paper. 5. A warning at the wedding. The wedding day arrived. It was a truly beautiful day with bright sunshine. We got married in a large garden full of colorful flowers. Harry looked very handsome. Emily was our flower girl, wearing a pretty white dress. She looked very happy. I felt like a princess. I truly loved Harry and believed in our future together as a new family. But even on this happy day, there was a small shadow. Harry's sister, Clara, was at the wedding. She was a tall woman with sharp eyes and a very cold face. She did not smile much. I tried to be friendly, but she kept her distance. After the ceremony, during the party, Clara called me over. We stood near a big fountain. Her voice was low and cold. "Sarah," she said, "I need to tell you something important." My heart felt a sudden fear. "Yes, Clara?" I asked. She looked at me with hard eyes. "You are not Harry's first love, not his only love." My heart felt heavy. I knew she meant Emily's mother, Vanessa. I knew Harry had a past. But the way Clara spoke felt like a serious warning. Harry told me about Emily's mother, I said, trying to be brave. He said she left them. He said he does not care about her. Clara gave a short, bitter laugh. Left them? Yes, but she is alive. Vanessa is alive. She might come back. She can come back. What will you do then, Sarah? What will you do when Harry's true love comes back for him? My heart was beating very fast. Alive. Vanessa was alive. Harry never told me this big detail. He said she just disappeared. He never said she could return. My mind was confused. Why did he not tell me this truth? It was a very big secret. She will come back for Emily, Clara said, her voice like ice. She always does, and when she does, everything will change. Clara walked away, leaving me alone by the fountain. My beautiful wedding day suddenly felt dark. I found Harry later. He was talking to some guests. I walked to him. "Harry," I said, my voice shaking, "is Vanessa alive?" He stopped laughing. His face became serious. "Who told you that?" he asked. "Clara," I answered. "She said Vanessa is alive and that she might come back." Harry's face turned dark with anger. "Clara talks too much," he said. He took my arm and moved me away from the other people. "Yes, she is alive, but she left us, Sarah. Many years ago, she chose a different life. I do not care about her. She means nothing to me, nothing to Emily. Do not listen to Clara. She just wants to cause problems." He sounded very angry, but I saw something else in his eyes. Worry, a deep worry. And fear. He said he did not care about her, but his eyes showed a different story. Something was very wrong. I had married a millionaire, a kind man, a loving father, but I had also married his secrets. And one of them, the biggest one, was still alive. 6. A woman comes back. Life as Mrs. Harry was different. Our big house felt new. Harry was kind, but sometimes quiet, lost in his thoughts. I tried to make the house feel more like a home. I put Emily's drawings on the fridge, but Clara's words stayed with me. Vanessa is alive. She may come back. I felt a strange fear every time the doorbell rang. One bright morning, Emily played in the garden. I was reading on the porch. Suddenly, a big black car stopped at the gate. A woman got out. She had long, bright red hair and expensive clothes. My heart started to beat very fast. Emily saw her. Her eyes grew wide. "Mommy," she whispered. Then she dropped her toy and ran to the woman. The woman knelt and hugged Emily tightly. "My sweet girl," she said. Her voice was soft. I stood up, my legs weak. It was Vanessa. Clara was right. She was here. Just then Harry came out. He saw Vanessa. He saw Emily running to her. His coffee cup fell from his hand and broke on the ground. His face turned white, then red with anger. "You," he yelled. "What are you doing here? Get away from my daughter." Vanessa stood, holding Emily close. She looked at Harry, then at me. Her eyes were cold. "She is my daughter too, Harry," she said. "I have every right to be here." Harry walked quickly to the gate. He pulled Emily gently away from Vanessa. "You have no right," he yelled. You left her, you left us. Vanessa smiled coldly. Times change, Harry. I want my daughter back, and I will fight for her, in court. My breath caught. In court. She wanted Emily. My mind spun. This was the secret. The woman was real. She wanted to take Emily. Harry stood, holding Emily, shaking with anger. Vanessa looked at us, her red hair shining. Then she got back into her car. She drove away, leaving a dark cloud behind her. Our marriage, our new life, our family, everything suddenly felt like it was breaking. Harry was angry. Emily was crying. I stood there, shocked. This was the big problem. I was in the middle of it. 7, the sad fight. Harry became very quiet after Vanessa came to our house. He was always angry, but his anger was not for me. It was for the situation. He stopped talking to me about anything important. He spent many hours in his study. He talked on the phone with Mr. Grayson, his lawyer. Harry was getting ready for the court fight. He closed himself off like a door. I felt very alone in our big, cold house. I was his wife, but he did not share his sadness with me. I tried to talk to him many times. Harry, please, let's talk about this, I would say. But he would only answer, there is nothing to talk about, Sarah. She wants Emily. I will not let her have her. He never looked at me when he spoke. He looked at the wall or out the window. I felt so sad. My heart was breaking every day. I cried often when I was by myself. Was this my new life? A quiet husband in a house full of fear. My good friend Leo came to visit me one day. He saw how sad I was. Leo was always kind. He looked at me with worried eyes. Sarah, he said, holding my hand, you do not have to live like this. You are strong. You are good. You deserve to be happy. He knew about Harry's silence. He knew about our problems. He said these words softly, but I understood what he meant. He meant that I could leave Harry. He meant that he would always be there for me. I cried even more after he left, but I still loved Harry. I truly did. And I loved Emily very, very much. I could not leave them. So I decided to fight too. I could not help Harry with the lawyers, but I could help Emily. Emily was very scared. She missed her mother, but she was also afraid of her. She did not understand why Vanessa was suddenly back. I spent all my time with Emily. I helped her with her schoolwork. I read her many stories. I made her laugh. I made sure she felt safe with me. I tried to be a strong, calm person for her. I would not let Vanessa take her. I would stay strong for Emily and for Harry, even if he did not see it. The day of court arrived. It was a long and difficult day. Vanessa was there. She looked perfect and beautiful. She said bad things about me. She told the judge I was only marrying Harry for his money. She said I was not a good mother for Emily. My face felt hot. Harry looked at me for a short moment, then back at the judge. The judge asked Emily to speak. Emily was small, sitting in a very big chair. She looked very scared. My heart felt deep pain for her. Vanessa smiled at her, a fake, sweet smile. "Emily," the judge asked gently, "who do you want to live with?" Emily looked at Vanessa, then at Harry, and then at me. Her small eyes were full of tears. She took a deep breath. I want to stay with Daddy," she said, her voice shaking a little. Then she looked at me, her eyes clear and bright. "And with Sarah. Sarah reads me stories. Sarah makes me happy. I want to stay with Daddy and Sarah." The courtroom became very quiet. Vanessa's smile disappeared completely. Harry looked at me. There was a sudden look of surprise and deep feeling in his eyes. The judge listened carefully to Emily. Emily's words were true. They came from her heart. In the end, the court listened to Emily. The judge decided that Emily would stay with Harry. Vanessa lost the case. She left the court with an angry, defeated face. We had won the legal fight, but the whole fight had left a big, sad hole in my heart. The truth and a new start. After the court, Harry was still quiet. The house was calm, but the silence between us felt loud. I did not know what to do. Harry still seemed far away, even after I fought for him and Emily. Then, one evening, Harry came to me. I was sitting in the living room. He held an old, creased letter in his hand. "Sarah," he said, his voice was soft. "I have something to show you, something I should have shown you a long time ago." He sat next to me. He gave me the letter. It was from Vanessa. I opened it carefully. It was very old. The words were small and neat. It was written many years ago when Emily was a baby. I read the letter. Vanessa wrote that she was leaving, not for another man, not because she did not love Harry. She left because she was scared. She was scared of being a mother. She was scared of the rich life Harry gave her. She wrote that she felt trapped, not free. She wanted a different life, a simple life, a life where she did not have to be perfect. She said she was too young, not ready for a family. She knew it was wrong, but she had to go. She asked Harry to forgive her. My eyes filled with tears. This was the truth. This was why she left, not because she was a bad person, but because she was afraid. Harry had kept it a secret. "I did not tell you," Harry said. His voice was broken. "Because I was ashamed. Ashamed that she left. Ashamed that she did not want the life I gave her. I wanted you to think she was bad, so you would not ask about her, so you would not think I was not good enough." He looked at me. His eyes showed pain. "I was afraid, Sarah. Afraid to lose you, too. Afraid you would leave me for her. I should have trusted you." He took my hand. "You stayed. You fought for Emily. You fought for us. You are everything I never knew I needed." Then Harry took off the wedding ring. It was the one with the contract. He put it on the table. He took out a new ring from his pocket. It was a beautiful, simple gold band. It had no diamonds, but it shone brightly. "This is a new ring, Sarah," he said. He put it on my finger. No contracts, no fear, no secrets, just love, just trust. From now on, everything is ours together. He looked at me. His eyes were full of love, a love so deep and true. I saw the real Harry now, the scared boy, the loving father, the man who finally trusted me. I put my arms around his neck. We kissed. It was a kiss of forgiveness, understanding, and a new beginning. Just then, Emily walked in. She had heard us. She saw us holding each other. She ran and hugged us both. "My family," she said. Her voice was happy. In the end, I did not marry for money. I married a millionaire, yes, but I did not marry for his wealth. I married for love. And in the middle of a big house and many secrets, I found a true family. My family.